Broadcast live.
We out here with Donald.
What's going on?
What's up, my brother?
What's up, Siya?
You know how it
Chilling,
is.
bro. Chilling.
Hey, man, thanks for coming through to the Unplug.
Yeah,
you know,
thanks for having me, man.
You know, I was watching your performance earlier on. You know,
Yeah.
And we were talking about it earlier on, even now.
Yeah.
And you know, I said, I don't think people put the respect in your name that they need.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I remember you meeting you through Kwela Tebza.
Yes. Jeez.
What were you doing at that time? I want, and then there was Cleo, but what was happening when you were with Kwela Tebza? Where were you from? What was the opportunity you saw with being around them? Just a little bit. Let's start there. And around what year was this?
Yeah. Jeez, I can't really remember what year it was. It probably would have been about my 2005, 2006, around that time. I think there was an era when Kwela Tebza were like, you know, they were out there like that. They were the most coolest guys in the music industry, playing the penny whistles, and I just loved everything about them. You know, their fashion and you know, and we met and we actually just clicked, right? And at that time, they actually were looking for a vocalist because their songs have vocals, but they can't sing. So it was that thing, yo, we need someone that can bring in like a different. So I was almost like a fourth member of the group at that time. And because they were like my brothers, we ended up spending a lot of time together. That's why you were able to see me and meet me with them around that time. But I was generally a backing vocalist at that time. It was like a little moment and era that I went through where I worked with Zonke the most. And I also worked with Kelly Kumalo on a few shows. And yeah, Kwela Tebza.
Damn. Okay, so now you move Kwela Tebza, and when you decide to consciously start your career, you go to Cleo.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that starts that relationship with Cleo.
Do you want to know how that happened?
Yeah.
I was a backing vocalist doing a show for Zonke for a radio station. I think it was 5FM. Remember they used to do those live, those, I don't know, 5 at whatever, live at 5 whatever.
I remember I had a crush on Zonke, but anyway, that's another story.
I also had a crush on.
Okay, well, at least you were singing backup, so you could see her from the back every day.
Yeah. But we became really good friends.
Yeah.
So I was doing backing some backing vocals for her at that show, and Cleo happened to be one of the guests in the audience to watch the show. Because you know Cleo is very musical person.
Yeah.
So he loves live music also. So he saw me doing backings, and after the show, he literally just said, "Mbana, can I have your number? I want to invite you to my studio." Like literally. And what's so crazy about that is that I didn't sing anything solo. I was the guy in the background. So he didn't get to hear what I actually sound like solo. But the way that guy knows talent, bro.
Yeah.
Like he was able to discover that I'm actually a really good singer. So he invited me to the studio. I went into the studio. I did one of the songs on Escalene 5. Forgot the name of the song right now. I can't really think of it right now. But I was on Escalene 5 as a nobody. If you go back to Cleo's albums, you're gonna find my name there. So that's basically how I met him. And then 3 months after we recorded that song, I got a call from his label, manager, Given, to say that they want to offer me a contract.
So you hadn't consciously thought of starting your solo career. It's like Cleo's planted.
No, I did. I was just looking for the opportunity.
Yeah.
Because at that time I was doing backing so that I can pay rent.
Yeah.
You know, Joburg, you know how Joburg is.
Where were you from?
I'm from Rustenburg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm actually from Northam, which is around Rustenburg, Mokwasi, Sun City.
Okay.
So while I'm busy doing these backings, in my head, I just wanted to know enough people in the industry so that one day when I'm going solo, there's people I can call for different things. Like, hey, I just met Siya. Siya is a guy that works for a radio station, so I've got a new song. Hey, Siya, man, you remember me? It's Donald Dog, you know? That guy you met at that club, whatever. I've got a new song. Can you please listen to it? That's basically why I was doing the backings thing. It wasn't really necessarily for paying bills.
Yeah.
It was also because I wanted to make
Network.
network. I don't know how I knew that knowing enough people in this industry is probably the best way. So yeah, so that's what I did.
I remember, do you remember this? I'm looking for some please, baby, what? Tell me, are you ready?
You actually, you are actually one of the first artists to give me an opportunity to sing on a song with an established artist.
Yeah, I was an established artist. Okay.
Ah, come on. Slikour, man, you know? You've always been Slikour. Yeah, man, I remember that. Yo, so the crazy thing about that, the studio session, I found Kwesta there, sitting down there, Angbashile, blind.
Yeah.
Chilling there in the corner there. I was like, who is this guy? They're like, no, it's Kwesta. And then I remembered I went to some club, I think it was Carfax or something, where they used to do, like they used to have like hip hop nights.
Yeah.
And there's this guy that was battling.
Yeah.
Battling another artist. So I did remember him.
Yeah.
So, there's this guy who was battling Vanna, he was killing everybody.
Yeah.
So it was actually the first time I met Kwesta, but I knew about him already.
Yeah.
So I remember that studio session.
I remember just getting you there, and it was a weird song for me also to make.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I literally hadn't wrapped it up. So, just context, Donald is on my last album, Ventilation Volume 3. He's on one of those tracks. I think it's called LOV or something.
Yeah.
Hey, you should be. Hey, my wife.
I don't want to kill that thing, though. I killed it, though. You gotta give it to me.
Yo, listen, I mean, so I was like, I was literally like thinking about it, and I said, even when you came there, you came as it's like you were looking and watching everything.
Yeah.
Always. You were looking
Always
and watching
analyzing.
everything.
Yeah.
And I think, what people do, when I started by saying people don't give you the respect, I think people are actually, it's they missing of how attentive you are to things and how deliberate you are with things.
With things, yeah.
And the way you kind of like, I don't know whether the Kwela Tebza moment was the moment that made you go, image.
No, I was already in there. Because I started in a group, remember?
Yeah.
Even before I met Kwela Tebza, I was in a group called Muso Brothers. You must Google Muso.
Yeah.
You're gonna find some really funny pictures because we look extremely funny.
Yeah.
It was back in the day, but the fashion, you could see these guys were ahead of their time with the fashion. We used to wear those bow ties, those short ties.
Yeah.
They were not bow ties, but the ties, but the short ones, the ones that end up here. So the image thing has always been something that I knew. I followed Asha, man. Like Asha is like probably my biggest inspiration, just as an artist holistically.
Yeah.
And I've watched him from day one, 9701 days and My Way.
Yeah.
And I've always just said that, man, I want to be like this guy, man. I want to see myself one day in an arena, 5,000 people watching me or 10,000 people watching me there to watch. And I actually got to manifest that moment at Carnival City in 2016.
Straight up. Shout out for that. And that initiative, I remember you shot a whole thing around
I did
that.
a whole DVD, and I won a summer for it.
So this is the beauty about it, At the time, and I don't know if you remember, if you can go back to that time, you were unhappy about something, right? And you also felt like something was clipping your wings. I don't remember it. I'm not asking it because I remember energies.
You remember the energy.
I remember energy. I don't remember details. I remember like you felt like something was clipping you or something was taking from your growth. And I don't know what vision you had for yourself though.
What year was this when we did that recording?
2009.
2009. Okay, I know exactly where I was at that time.
Yeah.
I was at Wheeler Still Productions, and I think I had just dropped my new album. It was an Afro-soul, Afro-jazz album.
Yeah.
That Cleo produced, and I remember when I signed that contract, the first thing I thought was, yo, everybody that has signed with DJ Cleo has literally became a superstar in like 6 months. So I'm gone. I'm done. This is me. I'm a superstar. I just signed a contract. We Love Still Productions. I'm with DJ Cleo. Everywhere he goes, I go. Because, you know, he liked me as a person. So he used to actually ask me to tag along with him to shows. And that's how I met a lot of people. Bro.
And he's like that though. He likes, he doesn't like moving on his own.
No. So what he was doing, he was actually preparing me for the music business.
Yeah.
I don't think he was aware of it.
Yeah.
But, you know, he really made me who I am as a business person in music. But that time, I felt like I had released something and it wasn't working out. It wasn't clicking. It wasn't connecting. And I also felt hard done by. You know how when we're young artists and we have expectations and it doesn't work out, sometimes you do blame the guy who brought you in. So, you know, I was blaming him a little bit, thinking, but he's not putting all his efforts on making sure that I make it. So, but I always felt like, irrespective of how I feel about him, there's a lot of good that he's already done. So even if I'm eventually going to leave the company, I need to make sure that we are in good terms. Unlike the other artists, Zake, every time when they left the company, it was, you know, Sunday World, Sunday, you know, Sunday paper news, and they're fighting back and forth. Because I was there in some of the beefs that Cleo had. You know, I was there, literally. But I knew that I eventually I want to move away and do my own thing, because I think now I had an idea of what it is that I actually need, and I think I thought at that time that I could do it myself. I expected to make it maybe by about 2008, dog. I thought I was going to be a star by 2008, and that didn't work out, and that's where also the hustler in me, I guess, was getting trained. You know, Hore, this industry, hey, man, nothing's just gonna happen just because when you feel you deserve it. You actually have to go and work really hard for it. So I think that was probably the moment when you met me, you know, feeling the way I felt, was because I felt like I need to be a much bigger artist than who I was at the time.
You did that Afro-pop album, I remember now. It felt out of place also, you know? I mean, and it's not like I knew you would be this. But it felt like it wasn't something you felt like you wanted to do, right?
Because I was following.
Exactly.
He was the guy guiding me, saying, yo, I'm gonna take you, you do, like, this is what we're gonna do. And don't worry too much about everything else. Just do as I say. So that was the situation.
That's exactly what it felt like, because that's what I'm saying. People don't understand and they don't put the respect in your name, because in that instance, you could have been like, it never worked. You did a lot of digging.
Yes, I did.
You know, and this is why I think people also have this, they make a lot of fun
of me,
of you, you know, because, you know, when you go, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You know what I mean? I mean, even your whole brand with your videos, where every girl you feature your girlfriend, you know what I mean?
And I'm kissing her.
You know what I mean?
I'm saying there's rain. There's always rain in the videos.
You're dramatic. You know what I mean?
And by the way, I knew all of that even before it happened. I knew that's what it was going to be.
But that's why I feel that we come from places or communities that, like, when you go the extra mile, that's the thing about you. You go the extra mile. And like when you go the extra mile, you're unapologetic with it. You got off the stage today and you said, that's how you kill a show.
That's how you kill them. Show,
you gave us a good show, you know what I mean? You gave us a good show. And like, you never had to say that. But you know, you were deliberate. We just need to know that that's what I call it, you know what I mean?
Well, you know what? There's a science to that. So I always tell people that, you know, as an artist, you have to know when to switch it on and when to switch it off. And I've always said that I feel like a lot of artists don't know how to do that. They don't understand the science behind being a superstar, right? So they will switch on and never switch it off. So even when they're chilling Namajita outside, they're already in their I'm Donald swag, and you know what I mean. Everyone can feel that energy. You're too heavy for them. So just be a human being. You don't need to be Donald, the guy that's making all the girls scream on stage every single day. But as soon as I get on stage, I am that guy. I'm literally that guy. Literally, that is how I've been able to build my show to what it is today. Like, there's no crowd I'm scared of. I really, really feel like I'm one of the best live performers this country's ever seen. And I'm not saying that out of arrogance. I really am saying that because it comes from the depth of my soul. Like, I perform with everything I have, every single gig that I do.
Because the thing is that, like, I've seen you broken. You know what I mean? I've seen you broken. So when I always hear people making fun of you and or whatever the case, but it's not like they make fun of you. It's like they actually like remark about your work. And they find
it's actually some sort of a way of respect.
They remark about your work, but they can't say, oh, we never saw that before, but they, you know, or like, okay, we've seen that maybe from an international artist, but like, why
you exactly?
You know what I mean? The red mic
like
thing.
you
know the red mic.
I don't know how you read my mind.
Exactly.
I was actually gonna say to you, do you know how many times? And bro, this is not just the fans. Industry people, my peers. Every single time one of my peers knows that, like, bumps into me, the first thing they'll probably say is, hey, what's the red mic? You know what I mean? Like, yo, do you have it in your boot or something? And it'll be a joke, or they'll do the chair thing, or you know what I mean? But for me, I've always taken it like, yo, man, like, yo, this is so awesome. Like, people know me for my work like that.
Because you're carving yourself in people's subconscious beyond the music. You know what I mean? Even when you did, I remember your first big song was Donald in Denial, and your whole...
no, the first one was Donald I Deserve.
Donald I Deserve,
and I was and I changed my handle to Donald I Deserve. No, when I dropped Denial, I did exactly that.
Till this day, I'm like...
Donald in Denial.
I'm always like Donald in Denial. But when
other people, when they say, you know, when people are talking to each other, hey, man, you know Donald, and they're like, hey, Donald, which Donald? Donald in Denial.
Exactly.
It's like it's my surname.
But you see, this is the thing. Another thing about you also is that you'll come to me and you go, I see this. But you doing all those things also. You know? You know, you a student. You know how to, you literally like very, and people don't understand this. You very humble. Extremely. In a space. You watch everything, and you literally like, and you look at everybody's strengths. That's what you do. You look at everybody's strengths and you go, okay.
And that's why I'm able to identify another student in the game. Like you, like there's so many guys I can mention who inspire me because I listen to them when they speak their minds. Like, that's what I want to be, you know? And, you know, it's so fulfilling, bruh. To be in this industry, it's a dream come true for me. Like, I actually regard myself as one of the most luckiest or fortunate human beings to be able to get an opportunity to do what I do. So because of that, that actually humbles me every single day. And it also reminds me that I could never ever know everything about this thing. You learn every single day. So that's also one of the reasons. Just like you, I know young artists who haven't blown up earlier than everybody. I see it very quick. I just don't have Slikour on live.com.
I'm sure you're having denial in life, you know? But like, you see, the thing about you though is that also you're never scared to give people their flowers.
Absolutely.
And which is a very important thing about this industry. It's like, you cannot always go, and that's your stage persona is like, I'm the boy, I'm the best, I'm the shit.
Yes, I am.
But when you're outside, you're literally going, oh, I see how this guy does this thing to be that
He's the best.
and this.
She's the best.
And you literally like put that all together and you kind of build yourself. So when you think about Donald in Denial, when you think about Red Mike, when you think about the DVD, you see the thing is, no one thought about you doing a DVD. No one thought that you were big enough to do a DVD.
How did you know that?
I know.
Yo, Siya.
Because
dog, when I did this, I got so much negative, like when I announced it. And by the way, I announced it in the most, you know, grand way possible. You know, I did a whole was a press conference, and we invited the media to come to Universal without telling them what I'm announcing. And it was packed early in the morning, 8 o'clock. And then I announced this big thingy, flyer, artwork, written the Red Mic Experience, live, Carnival City, one night only. Bro, I'm telling you now, when this thing was out there, I used to see tweets of people saying, but Donald, who does he think he is? He will never be able to fill up Carnival City. Because that's an arena, my man. That's anything between 3,000 to 5,000 seater. You know, only international artists who are R&B artists fill up Carnival City. Only gospel artists like Joyous Celebration and Benjamin Dube fill up Carnival City. Who is this guy going to fill up Carnival City? So for the fact that you actually know that people didn't think that I was capable of doing it is so crazy to me.
Because I met you as a broken guy. When I saw that you doing that, I said, this guy literally knows something about himself that we don't know.
Yeah. You want to know also what else that was so crazy about that? So me and my team tried everything in our power to get sponsorship for the show, because the show was going to cost us 2.5 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the only level I knew that I wanted for this, right? It had to be international. So we didn't get any sponsors. So I funded the whole thing myself. I literally went bankrupt. I did that show by myself with my own money. And I had 50 people to pay. I had a 13-piece band on stage. I had 6 dancers. I had Somizi as my choreographer. I had Skumba as my host. I had, by the way, the whole industry was there. So all the guests, the superstars, the celebrities, I had to cater for them. So I had alcohol that had to be bought. I had everyone there, bro. I had Boiti, I had Kanya, I had Zintle, I had SK there, I had the Dube brothers, I had Heavy K, I had Euphonic, Black Motion. The whole industry was there. Actors, Natasha Tahani, Loot Love, Reason. Everyone was in that building.
You invited all those people?
Some of them I invited. Some of them actually just bought tickets and came. Crazy. Some of them just showed up on the, you know how celebrities in this country, they know it's me, so I'm going to enter. Some of them just showed up on the day. I didn't know they were coming. By the time it was done, it was so crazy backstage, because it was like the Fade to Black movie by Jay-Z.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is, the Fade to Black DVD is the reason why I did a Red Mic Experience, Carnival City.
And how was obviously the attendance then?
I had 3.5 people.
So listen here.
Yeah.
You know why that mattered?
Yeah.
It's because this is why people make fun of you.
Yeah.
And this is what I wanted to get to, actually.
Yeah.
Because they're not bold as you are.
Yeah, gotcha.
Because they don't believe in themselves like you do.
100%.
You know? And because they don't have that in them, they literally make fun of the people who actually have it in
100%.
them. And when you...
It's a projection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you did that, when you did the Red Mic, the one night, the Red Mic concert, that literally was the biggest, where does he get the balls from?
To do something like that.
So the only way we're gonna do it is just crush him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just make fun of him, whether it's humorous, whether it's serious, whether it is...
Because some people obviously are very serious in their insults.
Yeah.
On social media or whatever. But I've also kind of learned the dynamic of that and the science behind, being bullied online and all of that, and think I'm immune to it. I do get hurt sometimes. Yeah. Because I'm a human being.
Yeah. And you're light.
Yeah. But also let's get issues.
And you're light.
Oh man, that's so crazy. But the music industry the entertainment industry, because I'm an entertainment industry student. So entertainment all through and through. I love actors. That's why I think I have worked with probably close to about 10 professional actors in my music videos to date.
Of course.
Because I'm always acting.
Because you just wanted to kiss them.
No, dog. Because... What is this guy saying? Which one is this one? Because I've always respected the acting craft. Yeah. I respect everybody who's an actor, man. I think that thing's not easy, And when I actually started acting in my own videos, I realized how not easy it is. But because I respect them so much, I want to tell the stories, using the vehicle of professionals.
Even that, when you did one of your first videos, I think it's just that long ago. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you which one it is.
In the Rain, it was with Pam Andrews, right?
That's the one video, by the way, that made all the guys hate me.
Even that was bold. I mean, even that was bold because at the time you almost like a novice artist.
Yeah.
You know, you got this Pam Andrews, and you positioning yourself like you're this big star.
This
it's
also
like
this sex symbol.
Yeah?
Sex symbol, yeah.
They just give me, and for everyone else out there, why is it important for artists to have that conviction?
Yeah.
Because if you don't have it, you're dead, right?
Yeah, of course. Bro, you know, I always say, you know, I respect people like Phil Impella, by the way. Part of the reason why is because I listen to him, I watch his tweets, and I'm like, yo, this guy has been studying show business from a young age. You can tell just from the things that he says. He loves show business through and through, and he knows and he understands it. So he throws game every single time, every day about that thing. Bro, my whole life has always been about understanding why Usher is Usher. Why Alicia Keys is Alicia Keys. I've always wanted to know, dog, why? Like, why are these guys who they are? And I went, dog, and I studied everything. I wanted to know and understand. And how can I put that, who am I? How are people going to remember me, right? Legacy. I knew I was going to introduce the red mic in 2011 already. That was only when I Deserve came out. But I only introduced it in 2013 at the Summers. That was also very deliberate.
Yeah.
Why? Because I was performing at the Summers, my first big award ceremony performance. And I knew that when I show up with the mic, that no one has any other mic. Everyone is using the black mic.
Yeah.
But I'm that guy who's coming out with the red mic. The whole country's watching that day. And that's how the red mic was launched. That was all deliberate. Everything that I've done was deliberate. Oh, another thing. Just before, when I dropped Black and White, which is the follow-up album to my double platinum selling Train of Love, right? I said, okay, sharp, people love me, but I'm this skinny guy, right? Good looking, whatever, cute, whatever girls would say, right?
Yeah.
Hey, but this is not enough. I need a better edge to the brand. So I need to hit the gym a little harder.
Yeah, you're a skinny guy.
Yeah, I was extremely skinny. You know, I need to put an extra layer to the thing. Because I hadn't started taking off my shirt 2011, 2012, up until only towards the end of 2013. Why? Because I wasn't ready, so I went and started gymming, bro. I went hard for a whole year. Train.
Focus and discipline and being consistent.
Yes, and making sure that my body's different so that the day that I come out and people get to see like that layer of my brand, now people know that now there's an extra thing people can look forward to. Now when I start okay, let me tell you how I did it. Live Amp. Shula calls me and says, yo, I need you to come through for Live Amp. You're gonna perform Crazy But Amazing, which is the song with Pam Andrews on the video. And I was like, okay, good shot. I'm ready now, I'm sexy enough. So this is time for South Africa to see the other Donald, you know, not the cute little Donald, but the guy who also has the muscles or whatever. And I said, yo, no one has ever taken their shirt off on Live Amp. I'm going to be that guy. And I went, I did that. I trended for 2 weeks.
I think I did, but like, I don't know. I had a terrible body. Big Nom Cabo. That guy, they were like, no, wear it back.
Yeah.
Put it back on.
Dog, so crazy. I planned that whole thing. I knew I was going to do it 6 months in. 6 months before it happened. And I also knew that now it was going to be something that the fans look forward to when I'm at the shows. So the shows are getting lit and lit. Every single time I add a new element to the show. You know, and man, I'm so proud of myself. You know,
deliberate, focused, like saying this is what I'm gonna do and sticking to it.
And staying away from bustot.
Yeah.
Because that can be a hindrance.
Yeah.
If you have such a huge plan and things that you need to execute, you need to be so focused that you need to identify what are the things that could hinder you from making those things happen. And I already knew that if I'm going to lose focus and I won't be able to do the things that I want to do and make my dream come true. So, you know, I had to be like, on purpose.
Yeah.
You know, when I would go to shows, perform, people want me to stick around, Girls want to see me, blah, blah. But I would say to the boys, yo, boys, I'm heading to the hotel. I'm going to sleep. You need to stay away from trouble because I've got, I have a legacy to build here. You know, it was tough, bro, because I'm still a human being at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, man, you know what you sign up for.
That's why I say people don't put the respect in your name. I'm just going to keep defaulting because, like I said, I met you broken and you've literally just evolved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Every single year.
You know what I mean? And I'm glad to also say to you that, like, you've also hit another level of growth as an artist.
Yeah, thank you.
And I was telling you this earlier on. You have gotten to a point where you don't need a hit.
100%.
You are going to be a working performer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For the rest of my life.
For the rest of your life, you're probably going to be a working performer. Because, you know, I mean, artists literally, like, depend on their hits. A lot of people, like I said, but, like,
when there's no hit,
then there's no work.
You
know, you're going to be a working performer.
Yeah.
And people are going to watch this show and they're going to see that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're going to be like a working performer without a hit.
Yeah.
And that's another layer.
Yeah, totally.
That's
That's the Hugh Masekela layer. Yeah, and he's one of the people I've always I look at as a destination for me.
Yeah.
I've always said, yo, how do I become the next Hugh Masekela of my generation? Well, have to make sure that you keep doing this thing and keep your focus. And oh, by the way, I met him before he died and he gave me some pointers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you ask him?
No, he didn't even need me to ask him anything. He asked me anything. I think he knew what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
So he told me things about. I don't want to get too. That's a very personal conversation I had with the legend, man. You know, and I wanna keep that to myself. But there's one specific advice that he gave me, man, that will live in my soul for the rest of my life. You know,
He said, "Don't have a weave."
Don't do that thing. Don't be this guy, dog. But he told me not to do something. It was yo, Donald, whatever you do, mfanaka, if you want to be in this thing for a long time, don't do this thing. I heard him. I really did because, man, you know, this life is all about push and pulls. It's all about clash control. You know, yes, you want to have a good time, but you also need to know how to balance, you know, your good time because, you know, too much of something can be a problem. And I try to live by that code, you know. It's not easy, man. At the end of the day, I'm a human being because that's also another layer too, right? I can be this superstar, but who am I as a person? Am I really happy when I'm alone? That's the question. No one ever gets to think about that. Why? Because we are looked at like Ripopai, we are the people on TV. It's like we're not real, right? Yeah. And that's why people can just make, like, yo, I could be like maybe at the garage that day I decide to go inside to go buy whatever, and then, you know, people see me, yeah, you know, they talk about me like I'm not there, bro. Like I can't hear them. You know, when someone's speaking about you loud enough for you to hear them, you're not there.
Yeah.
It's like you're not human. So whatever it is that they say, you shouldn't even react to it. You shouldn't feel nothing. That's another aspect that now I had to then look within myself and say, you're not on TV every single day, my G. TV is an illusion. So who are you as a human being? Who are you with your family? Who are you with your girlfriend when you have one, or your wife, or your kid if you have one? And that has also been a journey that I had to take and learn about who am I without money, for example. Because when you get into this industry and you blow out as big as I did, you make a lot of money. But what is the relationship between you and that money? What happens when it's not there anymore? Are you the same guy? Do you still walk the same way? Do you still walk with your shoulders up, or are you now down? Are you depressed?
Those are real things.
Are you nobody now that the money is not there? So I continue to rehearse how to be my real self.
Wow.
Not the guy that people know on TV. Who am I? You know, that's why I feel like my relationship with money is very different from a lot of people. And I hear that in the way they speak about money. For me, you're always going to get the same energy, whether I have 10 rands in my account or I've got 15 million in my account. You're always going to feel the same guy.
Man, shout out, man, to you for doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Respecting and creating the theatrics.
Yeah.
Because everything you've done has been a theatric.
Yeah.
In its different phases. and you know, in theater, you dress up. Even when you had to work your body out, you know, in summer, you had to literally put that on. It's theatrics,
you
know.
have to.
The mic, you had to put it on, you know. It's deliberate, it's not a mistake,
No,
you
it's
know.
not.
And that's a working mind, you know. That's a mind, that's not a mind that's going, the song is big, it's sebenza ingoma, you know. Because you are in an industry where people just sebenza ingoma. Abantu abasebenzi. You know what I mean?
Dog.
That's you've literally like, you one of the few artists that's respected the theatrics and developed the theatrics. And even when you got backlash, and I know I'm like saying, yeah, sometimes people literally are not used to theatrics, so they don't know how to.
They don't know how to read.
It's not even a hate thing, it's not personal, they're just like, it's because they're not used to theatrics. It's because they're not used to theatrics. It's because we're not in a country where the artists literally think about theatrics.
But are you aware that some of those things I actually made them cool?
No, of course.
Because when I started, there were not things to do on stage.
Exactly.
For example, I'll make an example. At a time, at a climate when I was blowing up, you couldn't do a ballad at a festival full of young people. A ballad, like a slow song. There's no way. People are gonna boo you, go to the toilet. I love song. Okay. Dog, I sing a ballad. I break it down and slow it down at any gig, whether I'm performing in a pub, a festival, a stadium, it doesn't matter. I'm able to do it and still capture the crowd. And before I came and did that, you couldn't do that as an artist. I was also scared.
Because maybe everybody was a bad singer. I'm joking.
I mean, yeah, but I think it's also more than just the voice. Also, it's the understanding the science behind performance.
And it's the theatrics. It's what you've built. You've landed yourself also on live amp with an open shirt. And so,
by the way, being called a male stripper, that was one of the jokes. What the hell is this guy doing? Is he now a male stripper or what? Look, I laugh at those things myself.
You've made people talk.
Yeah.
You've made people talk. It's entertainment, dog.
That's what, bro. That's why I talk. Like, that's why I love people like AKA, dog. That's why I love, like, AKA for me, dog, will be the GOAT forever. You know, I never ever met someone like, I look at AKA, I think to myself, yo, that's the hip hop version of me. Definitely. You know, especially with stage performance. He's just a different beast altogether. And that's why he's become who he's become. Because I remember very well, I blew up around the exact same time with AKA. It was the only artist I knew who had a hit every single year. I even had years where I missed. AKA never missed. So I love and respect him because he understands what show business is, you know. I love and respect Kelly Khumalo because you can see, you'll never ever see a music video where Kelly Khumalo is wearing a t-shirt and just what. Like, Kelly goes in Mfana and does a whole shopping of, like, Kelly takes her craft very seriously. I love artists like that. I love people that know that, yo, I need to feed this beast if I want it to grow and become something that I imagine for it to become.
Yo, man, shout out Donald. Thanks for coming through, man. It's the Unplugged. You know, we live. You know, put respect in the name, man. Put respect in the name. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, put respect in the name. I wanted to really talk about the trajectory. I wanted to talk about the layers because, you know, maybe people don't see it because it seems like, you know.
It seems like it's like.
It seems easy. Like, it should be.
And it also isn't easy.
It isn't easy. You know?
I think another thing also before we close that I forgot, another layer then became the layer of the guy who's able to discover talent and who's able to see, who's got an eye for upcoming young talent. You know, I received a call one day from the Idols guys who identified that I could be that guy, you know, and, you know, came, and then I went and became a guest judge on one of the seasons. I remember thinking to myself, yo, man, this is probably one of the best things I've ever done. There's nothing that is more fulfilling for me than being able to identify the next superstar. I love that with all of my heart. So I did that job, man. It felt like everything. And then after being a guest, they called me back to come and be a mentor for a whole season. And that was another now layer into the brand. Now I'm also the guy who, you know, the upcoming kids see as someone who could be a stepping stone for them to enter into the industry and live their dream.
And you're gonna give them more than music. You're gonna give them the layers, the theatrics. You know what you gotta build. You know what I mean?
Have to keep building, bro.
Boom. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you so much. Let's get it.
Broadcast live.